want to say before I continue, a lot of y'all record labels out there be talking about we family, bad boy in the family. Them be the worst ones that have you feeling like we are familiar, rock familiar. What happened to all them dudes on Rockefeller? They doing the worst because they fed into that family BS. You can't just leave me like that. You're going to have to help me out. Oh, the family going to look out for you, but you got to look out for the family. And if you ain't recouping that money back, you going to have hell to pay. And y'all get ready because I'm about to play the rest. Goddamn, I messed up. Listen, it's not over. Listen, it gets deeper.
His ruling to grant bond.
Hold on, y'all got to see this.
He made his ruling to grant bond. He said it was the testimony of Lil Durk's past.
Wait, y'all got to see.
Ruling to grant bond. He said,
look at Vaughn.
The judge actually made his ruling to
look at Vaughn. He like this some bull. I'm riding for this man. I'm sitting up in here for him. He about to get off. They about to fry me. All you can see is the white in his eyes. Let's continue.
Bond. He said it was the testimony of Lil Durk's pastor from Chicago who flew in that really made a difference. We are working to turn that sound around for you later today on Channel 2 Action News. But
you see that? What about me, bro? They said that the pastor flew in from Chicago. The great Jerry Curl pastor came in there, said, "Oh, Lil Durk is anointed by the Lord. He ain't never did nothing to nobody." In the court looking like, damn, if Pastor Jerry Curl got something to say, not knowing that Lil Durk been lying in his pockets over the years. Listen.
To turn that sound around
what about me, Durk? You gonna do me like that?
I can tell you, he said that the rapper comes back and regularly gives backpacks and also free concerts to young people in his neighborhood. The conditions of the bond are Lil Durk can't be anywhere near a weapon. It can't be in his car, in his house.
Dirty ass pastor. Lil Durk come get them book bags and do free concerts for the people in the community. Ha! What about all them hoes he be sending your way? All that extra money that you be rubbing your hands together like Birdman for every time Lil Durk come around. He got a pastor on the payroll. He know people that know people. And shout out to Lil Durk. This ain't no hate towards him. He a young man that got his shit together. But it's some evil business going on for a dude that's damn near 40 to stay young all the time. Lil Durk is a vampire. Just in case y'all not knowing. When you talk about some evil going on in the world or evil going on in the music industry, y'all need to beware of Lil Durk, man. Because he got some serious witchery going on around this dude. He represents pure evil. And everybody around him eventually winds up dying. Now, they say his baby moms was the one that put him on to the occult, but I ain't here to confirm that. But it's a possibility a lot of them brothers that be, doing the interracial thing, they be caught up in some weird stuff. Not all the time, but a lot of times they do. And y'all know what I'm talking about. Brothers smoking meth and doing crazy type of stuff, but we ain't here to talk about that. We here to get back to this news, and I need y'all to pay attention because right about now, it's about to get really, really deep. So I need y'all to open y'all eyes and listen with your ears. Hold on.
And he will have a curfew from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. I will have more on this story beginning today on Channel 2 Action News at 4. Live downtown, Lori Wilson, Channel 2 Action News.
Okay. Y'all needed to see that so y'all can understand what's going on. Lil Durk was home free, like I said. King Von signed a contract to pay back what he owed Lil Durk. And just when his album was getting ready to drop, he's in Atlanta with a bunch of dudes from O Block. They plotting and planning in the SUV. Now, his manager is the main person that a lot of people need to fear. Because your boy YFMN Melly, or whatever his name is, he facing life for doing some crazy stuff he ain't had no business doing. King Von is dead, all under the managership of this dude. Now, if you are a manager, you the one that's supposed to say no. You the one that's supposed to say we not doing that. No, you go this way, you go that way. We not getting into no beef. We not about to be out here fighting people. You gonna mess up the money. But by the sounds of it, his manager was dead smack in the middle of all of this mayhem that was taking place. And mind you, of course, his manager works for the label. How we going to recoup this money? There go Quando Rondo. He over there by himself. Hand me a pistol. No, we ain't gonna do no guns. Go over there and beat him up. Street dudes stopped fighting in the mid 90s. You can't find no street dude that's willing to shoot the fair one unless he a boxer or something like that. These dudes is trained to shoot, especially with the music they be making. Ain't nobody talking about no fist fights. But King Von went over there for a fist fight, and the other boys had guns, but your dudes ain't had no guns. Ain't nobody return no fire. And people was calling Asian Doll crazy because she said, look at what she said, y'all. She said King Von's last words was, y'all let them get up on me. Stop crying, y'all let them get me. People like Asian Doll, how do you know that? You don't know what you're talking about. But it's the truth. Y'all let them get me. Y'all supposed to be some gangsters. We in here like 20 deep. Nobody fired back. Your man laying there dead. R.I.P. to King Von. He stretched out. He gone. Ain't nobody pull out the Roscoe. Nobody pulled out the Blicky. And I don't want to see no more violence. But it's just funny to me how all y'all some gangsters from Chicago, of all places. And these dudes that bust them shots from Savannah, Georgia, shout out to Savannah, but I ain't heard nothing about Savannah like I hear about in Chicago. Not to say they ain't got no gangsters in Savannah. But let's just continue on, y'all, because it's about to get real deep right now. I'm gonna go ahead and stop. I'm giving y'all my drunken analogy. I'm about to just get into the hardcore facts. I need y'all to listen to King Von's manager because, like I said, he the main one people need to be worried about. He's the sketchiest person involved. Like, if you don't believe if you don't believe Lil Durk had anything to do with it, you need to be looking at this dude with the side eye. Listen to this, y'all.
Have someone who is actually there who, we're hearing a lot of things about a lot of people thinking a lot of things happen, and he's here to clarify a few things. So without further ado, introduce yourself because I obviously know you. 100K Management.
Please don't mistake my
Hold on,
confidence
y'all.
for arrogance.
It's about to get into it. Y'all just stay tuned. Here we
I
go.
am so
What do you like to be known by the people?
Well, everybody who knows me as Track. You know what I'm saying? Not Trap, Track, Track. And you know what I'm saying? I've been doing this for a long time. I'm just not a media type of person. I could tell you there's plenty times I could have came on social media from YNW Melly situation, because that's my artist as well. From dealing with Sniper Gang, from all the main artists that's been in the media that y'all could imagine. I've been there, but I'm not the type of person to jump on the media. I like to let.
Y'all hear that? He said, I stay out the way. I don't like to get on the media. I don't do social media. I could have been on here plenty of times talking about all the artists I got jammed up in some situations. I'm their manager, y'all. And everybody I manage is either facing life and they dead or they messed up. I got a track record when it comes to this. I could have been got on the media, but this situation, I had to get up there because I got to clear my name. Because this is all pointing towards me. I messed up big this time. Yeah, I messed up with them other ones too, but this one is real huge. So I got to say something to clear my name so y'all won't start putting the pieces together. Listen to his brother.
Happen how it happens, but for this particular situation, I feel like I had to. And I'm not only doing this for me, but I'm doing this for Von and his legacy, because the way it seems like everybody got their opinion on what went on that night, and y'all completely false.
See that? I ain't doing this for me. I feel like I had to do this. I got to do this. And I ain't doing this for me. I'm doing this for Vaughn because everybody got opinions. For nobody's opinions mattered in none of them other situations. You ain't say nothing when your boy got life. You ain't say nothing when the other one was jammed up in the situation. But this one, you got to say something because people got an opinion. Okay, well, what got you in your feelings this time?
Yeah, we've been hearing a lot going on. And by the way, I know you just mentioned it and we glossed over it. This is an accomplished man right here. You know, he's been a manager for YNW Melly, another artist which we love, and we'll discuss maybe that at a different time. But first and foremost, just being on the management side, before we even jump into things, how difficult is it when you have an artist that either gets locked up, gets hurt, or even possibly gets killed? Because, again, when people aren't there, and I guess to speak to some of the stuff you're talking about with people speculating, they're always wondering why so-and-so didn't do what and blah, blah, blah. How do you handle that, trying to, prevent situations from happening, but also responding to situations that you actually are around?
Pretty easy. The best way to handle those situations is to really handle the situations. That means even if it's a death or a charge or anything, my job and my team's job is to go and tackle those situations hands on.
Listen, y'all. When you got a record label from the murder capital of the world and you dealing with artists from the murder capital of the world, your business is murder. If y'all some street rappers and y'all rapping about the streets and y'all really from the streets and everybody know how it goes down in the Chi, you can only imagine how grimy a record label could be towards their artist. You ain't did what? You ain't do who? You not gonna do what? You ain't got the money for this, for that. It's not like you dealing with Def Jam or Sony or Universal or one of these corporate established record labels. You dealing with a goddamn trap label. They will do you dirty the only way they know how. They not trying to take it to court. They not about to get what Pooh Shiesty got a song talking about get it back in blood. They gonna get that money back in blood. Listen, y'all.
To deal with those people that's being affected in those situations. So it's pretty much, it's not really that hard. It's the social medias and the outlets that make these situations hard. They bring a lot of bad insights and a lot of bad light to situations, even with the Melly case.
So somebody's watching this right now and they're like, well, if we ain't heard this nigga talk before, why he talking now? Like,
facts. Even Ack had to call it out. You ain't talk on no other occasion. Why is you talking now?
Oh, again, they might even use the fact that you're talking to say, nah, he guilty just because he's actually saying something. Why did you want to finally speak? Was it like stuff was just mounting and you felt like people had an inaccurate depiction of what happened?
It's I'm not speaking for me, because at the end of the day, there's nobody going around on the media. Everybody's praising me, I guess. I'm super manager. I was there. I got shot. I was by his side, all that extra shit. So I could literally go back to my bed and heal and do what I do.
His claim is because I got shot too, I ain't had nothing to do with it. Ain't that what Suge Knight said in the Tupac situation? Oh, they shot me in my head. We don't see no bullet wounds in your head. If they shot Suge in his head, he would have been dead. It's like textbook. Oh, I got shot too. Where you get shot, and how come we ain't hear about it on the news? You doing fine. You ain't dead. Oh, I got shot, so I ain't have nothing to do with it, man. You can easily set up a street dude to get killed if you really wanted him to. And I'm not saying that's what happened, but I'm just trying to explain to you how easy it is to get a street dude killed. There go your op. You say you about that street life. You a gangster, ain't you? Well, what you gonna do? Oh, and don't take no gun. We can't do no guns. Go over there and beat up so-and-so. What part of the game is that? Listen, y'all.
But that's I'm not speaking for me. I don't care to speak. I don't take pictures. I don't care to be on live. I've been doing this so long, bro. You could ask anybody in Florida who knows me. I'm a 100K remain solid. I'm a stand-up guy. I don't do anything for no clout. But at this point, I have to speak because you guys are assassinating Von's legacy. That's why I'm speaking. I'm not even speaking for the people that you guys speculating on. I'm speaking on Von's behalf because he's dead and he can't speak on it. And the way the social media is going about, he will be turning in his grave because you guys are completely devastating his whole legacy, bro. This is somebody who stand on his guys. This is somebody who
the same dude smoking on Tuka worried about King Von's legacy. The same dude, FRBG Duck, worried about. That's a part of Chicago's. That's the way y'all do in Chicago. Somebody died, people gonna talk crazy. Don't make it seem like this ain't the norm. It is the norm. If people speculating, people got something to say, that's what every murder in Chicago, because they know how grimy people is up there. So you trying to change the narrative about how grimy people gets down?
Money he got, he went to the block and broke 100,000 when the same people that you guys are speculating about, the same people you guys are trying to drag in the media. There's someone who dedicated his whole life to his guys, bro. There's somebody who's not really a family person. Don't really speak to too much people, but his guys is his life. His guys was his breath, literally, bro. Like I was with this man every day. I was with his guys every day. So you guys coming on board and y'all dragging everybody that was there, and y'all don't even know what's going on. That shit hurting me, because I could care what y'all say about me, but when y'all tarnishing his legacy, because his guys is legacy. He stand on his guys. He stand on O-Block. That's who y'all tarnishing. So I'm not gonna let that happen, bro. I don't care about none of that extra shit y'all got going on. But when it comes to Von and his legacy and what he would stand for, that's what I'm here for, bro. Y'all keep all that clout shit. I don't care about none of that shit, bro.
Listen, y'all. It's King Von's album release party. We gotta move these units. We gotta sell these records. We gotta get this money. Not to mention, it was during the pandemic. Wasn't even nobody supposed to be out there like that at no party. Wasn't nobody supposed to be in no clubs. They wasn't even supposed to be in no venues like that. We got to get this money back. Ain't doing no shows. The video not doing so well. I promise you, wasn't nobody knocking King Von like that. He had a very small following. As much debt as he was in with the label, he would have had to go diamond, at least sell 5 million copies to recoup that money. It's your album release party. We need a buzz. We got to sell some units. When you in debt like that, these labels start looking at you like Tupac Shakur. Maybe we can turn his ass to Biggie. We got to figure out how to get this bread back. And as a manager, it is your job to manage situations, man. And if you, what else you gonna do if you can't pay the money back? If you ain't got the bread to give the label, where they gonna get the money from? You know what I'm saying? Keep listening, y'all.
All right, and we're gonna get all into it. I just want to say, because I should have started this off, because yo, I remember the day you called me from the hospital. You're obviously home now. How are you feeling? It got to be a traumatic experience being in a situation like that and also being shot. You know, I think we even talked about even at the time, I was like, yo, you're with these guys who you're managing every day. Like, that's a stressful situation. How are you feeling?
Each year, Americans...
Yo, we gonna get back to the manager, and I need y'all to stay tuned. But something just crossed my mind, and y'all got to see this. Before we get into what the manager talking about and all these false allegations and this stuff that he talking, y'all need to hear this first, man. Let's get into it, y'all. Hold on, let me get this right for y'all. Hold on. I do apologize.
Over the media, and his career would have been over. They would have been like, King Von, the real demon, caught a nigga lack.
Hold on.
Thought you was a dog. Still ain't dead. How happy he is. No 4K.
Listen.
Look how happy he is. He sacrificed. Look how happy he is. Look at this dead nigga on his shirt. Look at this dead nigga on his shirt. Look. Yo, you think King Von thirsty? I think King Von thirsty. Look, yo, drink that. I'm gonna pee on you, nigga. Look. These niggas be sacrificing their mans. Look. If a nigga killer ain't dead, we ain't wearing no RP shirts, nigga. Look. That nigga Von rest in piss, nigga. I don't got cat rap, nigga. Everything I rap about, I really did. That's
Y'all want to know how he can get away with this? Because everything he's saying is all facts. That's how Tekashi can get away with this level of disrespect. because he ain't tell no lies. And like I said, I don't want to see no violence, but it's funny how y'all from Chicago and look, I don't want to see Quando Rondo dead, but ain't nobody smack him or nothing. And all that yelling and barking on the internet they was doing, that ain't gonna cut it. You know, y'all need to see this too before I continue on with the manager. Because this is starting to get real, real sad for me. But y'all got to see this with y'all own two eyes, man. Y'all got to witness this. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. And here we go, man. Your boy Lil Durk, after King Von passed. He on Instagram. Listen to his words, y'all.
What y'all on? Yeah, I appreciate y'all for the birthday wishes. Appreciate the team for the coloring. Old school. Jury, the love. Vibes. This nigga funny as
He kicking it. Feet up, chilling, watching TV. He don't give a damn. Hey. This is his first video addressing the situation, y'all.
Cattle the motherfucker ass right now. Look at him, bro.
Hold on, y'all.
I got 16 ounces in my cup and I mix up.
Did y'all see that? He was sitting there like ain't nothing happened. He chilling, watching TV, ain't even say nothing to the fans. People didn't even care about what really happened. Now, a lot of people be speculating, how did Lil Durk get a record deal? What happened in his situation that got him a record deal, y'all? Listen to this, man. Pay attention, man.
He's got some tattoos done.
Yeah.
Hey, we take a look at him?
Newski. RP Pat.
He talking about Newski.
Okay. Yeah. So tell me about your right hand.
Blood cousin. Got killed.
Yeah.
Chicago. Yeah.
So I remember D-Thing sent me a picture of Newski signing his deal like 2 days before he got killed.
Yeah.
Pause that. Look at this, y'all. Y'all need to see this. He said Newski signed his record deal with Lil Durk 2 days before he got killed, y'all. Look at this. There go Newski signing his deal. Like, oh, it's about to be on now. I'm about to sign to the label and get this money. 2 days later, the brother was gone. Let's get back to this, man. And then we're going to get back to his manager.
That's horrible, man. Like, how long have y'all, were you talking about signing him before he actually signed his deal?
Like, shit, we first started rapping. Like 8 months.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? So, after he signed the deal, like, how'd y'all celebrate?
We didn't really even get a chance. Ain't nothing. We didn't get a chance.
How'd you feel when you heard about the news?
Fucked up. Like regular, fucked up. Emotion was here.
How many of your friends do you think you lost to violence? You know?
Like 20.
20 friends?
I think like 20.
Not 20 people you knew, 20 actual friends.
Yeah, like 20, 30 people.
So, I mean, at 20, how do you feel? You know, I mean, how does it affect you? I mean, obviously the first time it happened, it was,
it's fucked up, but you can't break down though.
Nah.
Yeah, especially by being like a leader. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people got an eyes on me. So if I'm over here crying, I can't have them looking like fuck it, I'm gonna cry too, 'cause he crying. You gotta stay strong for that type of shit.
I mean, the first.
So Newski ain't even get a chance to celebrate his label, his success, signing his deal, or nothing like that. He wasn't even able to celebrate it. So when these dudes sign these deals and they suddenly pass like that, where do the money go to? The royalties for all their music, everything that they accomplished before they signed the deal. Where do that money go? Where do all those rights go when you sign the contract? And who's to know what you signing? These dudes don't be having their lawyers involved, especially when your label is only the family. You'll be looked at like, what is you doing? What you need a lawyer for? We a family. Why is you trying to look over the paperwork? What, you don't trust me? Like I said earlier, them type of situations, them family situations, run from them like the plague, because them gonna be the main ones to do you dirty. Now let's get back to this manager and this foolishness he talking, y'all. And I need y'all to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Also hit that notification button. Now we about to get back into this right now. Here we go. Hold on, let me get this together.
First of all, bro, I don't think anybody on my roster that I manage is not real deal in the streets. Like, I don't even, at this point, I don't even manage regular people. Everybody I manage is real deal steppers, real deal people that's been out here. And unfortunately, fame and success don't change your past. So most of these guys, you guys not realizing, Vaughn only been doing music for what, a year and a half, 2 years? Melly, what, a year and a half, 2 years of blowing up? So half of these things are catching up to them. That's what people fail to realize. It's not that they're moving a certain way because they not wanting to. They don't learn how to do it yet. They're still, half of these guys, what, I'm 29, they 21. Vaughn just turned 26. They're young men who's new to things, new to money, new to fame. So
and easy to take advantage of. And that's why when these dudes not good at their craft and they just started rapping and they blow up and become a successful artist and everybody know your name, they about to get thrown in the trick bag, because somebody that really take their art seriously and serious about their craft, you not going to get them in no 360 deal. You not about to do them any old type of way, because they feel like, I earned this deal that I'm signing. And my music, this is my baby. This is my art. I don't do this for play. This ain't just for no bag. I love what I do. And I'm serious about what I do. You don't hear about Kendrick Lamar getting caught up in nothing with his contract or his label, or J. Cole or any other of these artists that take their craft seriously. It's these dudes that only been rapping for a month, 2 years, 3 years, get a deal, and shit just be falling all over the place. Listen, yo.
Of course, certain things might happen where it look crazy. And as management, as a team, we try our best to level head them, to put them in the right place in the right time. But things happen. And unfortunately, I'm hurt right now. Like, you gotta imagine how us feel too. Like, not only that I lost one of my artists to a charge and to a case, and he's coming home, God willing. But not just lost another artist to gun violence, and he's dead. And these are...
Bruh, if that's the case, you ain't got no business being nobody's manager, unless that's what they paying you to do. Unless that's what the label wants you to do, screw these dudes over, then you the man for the job. And what label would keep you around or have you managing they artists when everybody you manage wind up dying or something bad happened to them? That's not how business work. Those are some terrible business practices. Let you work somewhere and one of your customers die. You on the grill working somewhere and somebody get food poisoning. They gonna fire your ass unless that's what they want you to do. Listen.
Both artists that I'm close to, like, I don't really talk to people like, these are not just rappers. Like, these are brothers. These people that I literally care for. These people that I literally want to see win. I want to see the best for them. And both of them right now, one is dead and one in the situation. You know what I'm saying? This shit, it ain't cool. At this point, I really wanted to quit doing this shit. I'm like, what? I'm starting to think like, no, is there even a reason to keep doing this, to keep bringing people up, to keep bringing these young men up for them to lose their life to a jail cell or death? That's not what I'm in it for, At.
Like I said earlier, and I hate to sound like a broken record, but if I'm your manager, we gonna do it my way or the highway. Forget what you heard or what you trying to do, or we not even running in them circles. We trying to get to the bag. But if it ain't no bag to get to, then I'm gonna lead your ass to the slaughter, because that's the only bag that we can possibly get to right now. Your future is not bright. And even if you do sell a couple of records, it still ain't gonna be enough. My job is to get to the money. And this looked like the clearest path to get to the big bag. Listen, yo.
Right. So let me just introduce, and just, you can say whatever you can or as much as you can. Because I know some people, again, I know even with them listening to this, they're saying, man, how about you tell us why if you were the manager with him every day, why couldn't you have prevented this from happening? And also, what happened?
Facts.
Obviously.
All right. So what happened that night, unlike everybody think, it was all spontaneous events. It's sad to say, but Vaughn at that time wasn't at the right place. I wasn't at the right state in his mind. You know, you guys could take it how you want to take it from there, but he wasn't in the right state of his mind. So when he had a album release party, once we left the album release party, from there it was complete confusion. Vaughn travels with 3 to 4 security, armed security, because he has
security.
Of course he has security. He can't carry a weapon. Oh, he gotta have security. He traveled with 3. This is a superstar.
Vaughn was completely out of his mind that night, but he had security with him, armed security. Look, it don't matter how out of your mind you are. You got armed security. Most likely ain't nothing gonna happen to you. You could be drunk. You could get high. That's what rappers do. If you got armed security, who cares where your mind is at? If your team is moving right, you could be pissy drunk. But you got people around you that's trying to support you and care about your well-being. Y'all supposed to check his ass. Listen.
You think we're not gonna make him travel with security? He traveled with
That's
3.
one of the big questions is like, wait, was he just moving with street guys? Why didn't he have security?
I had 3. I traveled with 1 security that moves with Vaughn, and he traveled with 2 more security. You know what I'm saying? Vaughn traveled in a bulletproof truck.
Well, why y'all ain't keep his ass in the truck? And on top of that, you got armed security. Why they ain't shoot? Why they ain't let off no shots? If somebody starts shooting at somebody that you supposed to be securing, shouldn't you shoot back? That's what you paid to do. What type of armed security was this? Did they have butter knives or did they have guns? What type of weapon? Did they have tasers? How come they ain't tased nobody? If they only had flashlights, how come they ain't shine nobody? They armed security guards. And then you could at least bust one in the sky as a warning shot for people to get back. Listen, man.
So all this extra speculation is about security and not doing their job. And not only that, his guys are security, man. He travels with 10 to 15 guys daily. And they protect and love Vaughn more than any security would. Matter of fact, I will put Vaughn's life in his guys' hands before I put on security. That's how close they are. Those guys will lay their life on. Matter of fact, I wouldn't even say would lay. They did. 2 died of the situation. Yeah. And those 2 is not the only ones like that. All his guys is like that. But you guys don't know what happened, bro. So, I'm gonna go on a quick description of what happened that night so y'all could really know what happened. We left.
Okay, I need y'all to pay attention. He about to give y'all a description of what happened that night. I need y'all to think about this. Pay close attention, man. Matter of fact, I'm gonna need y'all to hit that like button. Also subscribe to the channel. How many people we got up in here? Got all these people, ain't nobody hit the like button. It's all good. I got love for y'all anyway. Let's get into this, man. Y'all need to pay attention. Pay attention.
Opium, which was his album release party. I think we're about 8-10 cars deep, 20-25 on Entourage. Everybody mind leaving the club is that we're going to the hotel and the Airbnb because that's normal routine. The club he went to, the after hours wasn't getting paid for. I didn't have no acknowledgement of. His team didn't have no acknowledgement of. That was a complete Vaughn decision, and he had the right to make those decisions.
Hold on. So the y'all left Opium and went to a different club,
which we didn't even know was going to.
Okay, so the club that's in that security footage that's not Opium.
That's not Opium.
Oh, okay.
That's an after hour spot that we didn't even have no acknowledgement we were going to.
Listen, y'all. They were supposed to go to the hotel after the album release party, but they just so happened to end up in the same place where Quando Rondo and his entourage was, and they wasn't even supposed to be there. The manager is saying it was King Von's decision. Bruh, you supposed to be the manager. I understand he the artist and everything, but if you managing somebody's career and they not willing to take direction from you, then your job is pointless. I want to go to the club. Well, who gonna be at the club? We got to make sure of that first. Because first of all, anybody could be at the club. And we trying to make sure we don't get into nothing. This your album release party. We trying to sell these records. But Vaughn said he wanted to do this. Bruh, that ain't how it worked.
Okay.
So really, everybody jumped in the car. I drove to the club with Vaughn in the Hellcat. So going out the club, he jumped into the bulletproof truck, and it was him and maybe two or three more individuals in the drive. So everybody else that was with us driving to the Airbnb or to the hotel, and Vaughn literally went to the venue by himself. We got a call later from people in the car like, hey bro, we here by, matter of fact, I think from his DJ was like, hey bro, we here by ourselves, like where you guys at? And everybody rerouted to that venue. So already confusions were already started, because normally if we got an after party or we got anything we're going to, we know as a team, everybody know to be on point. You know what I'm saying? We're traveling with a real deal gangster, a real stepper, so everybody gonna know how to move. But from that night, I don't know what it was, maybe it's God timing, I don't know what it was, but Vaughn completely went on his own course.
So he didn't call no one saying, hey, yo, we going here. Maybe the message didn't get relayed?
No, he literally told his driver he's going for after hours. And then we all caught up with him later.
Okay, so by the time you guys get there, what's going on?
By the time we get there, he was still in the car. It was him.
So he didn't go in the club yet, or in the spot.
Remember, he was in a bulletproof truck.
Okay.
So it wasn't no concern. He was at the venue before. So we got there. When we got there, everybody jumped out the car. And we're like, okay, cool. We're thinking we're about to go in. And for some, like I said, this is, I can't make this up. For some reason, Vaughn wasn't himself.
For some reason, all this spontaneous, everything is strange tonight. It's just the weirdest night in rap history. Vaughn making erratic decisions. Vaughn just wasn't himself. Now, mind you, this man came out and said the reason why he's talking, the reason why he's speaking is to clear up Vaughn's name. I can't speak for him. I'm here to speak for him because he can't speak for himself. I'm mad because people is tarnishing his legacy. But you sitting up there talking about King Von wasn't in his right mind. He wasn't this. Everything he did was wrong. It's all his fault. We didn't know that we was going to the club. It was Vaughn that made the decision. When we got there, it was Vaughn that did this. It was Vaughn that did that. Blame it all on Vaughn. Because he can't speak for himself, so I'm going to be the one to blame it on Vaughn. Listen, y'all.
I'm not going to lie. This is somebody who's more on point than security act. This is somebody I'm on the road with, I'm with him. Like, because he know how to move. know how to pick spot. Like, yo, this man is like, I promise you, the best artist I ever moved in my life as far as knowing how to conduct himself properly. But for some reason that night, it was off. Like, he stayed in the car for like 30, 35 minutes, and everybody outside is cold and it's shivering. Like, everybody outside wondering, like, what's going on? What's going on? So people starting to go back in the cars. Like, all the entourage, everybody was with, they went back in the car. So I went to the car he was in. I was like, yo, Vaughn. Went inside the passenger seat. I'm like, yo, Vaughn, bro, what's going on? Like, everybody here waiting, let's go. He was like, all right, let's go. So at that time, this is where the security come in at. At that time, we're telling security, hey, it's time to go in now. Vaughn's ready. You know what I'm saying? We've been here too long. Let's go inside the club. So
Wait, Joe. So he leave his album release party, which is a party. It's a bunch of people in there drinking, dancing. It's an album release party. It's all about you and your dudes. We in here celebrating my album. You leave an album release party to go to another party, and that's your decision as an artist? Why do you need to make an extra appearance? We done did our partying for the night. Let's hit up another spot. And the manager don't come in and say, Vaughn, I don't think that's a good idea. We gonna call it a night for the night. And plus, so-and-so and them gonna be up in here. That's your job as a manager, yo. And y'all may be like, oh, well, you know, Vaughn a grown man and he do what he want to do. Not when you sign to a label, you not. Y'all seen Making the Band? Shit, what Diddy says goes. Oh, you want to do this? No, we ain't doing that tonight. You easily supposed to yank them dudes up and tell them what we not going to do. Regardless of how many records you selling, I'm responsible for you. We done did the part. Why we at another party? Listen, yo.
Do they rounds? They go inside the club. They check the venue.
And not only that, but he talking about Vaughn, the type of dude that move right. If I'm with anybody, I want to be with Vaughn because he know how to move. Shouldn't he be saying that about you? So Vaughn move better than you move, but you supposed to be his man. If that's the case, he never needed you, bro. If he moves so great, what is your role in the picture? What is it that you do as a manager? You helping him with his raps or something? That's not what managers do. You helping him with his performance? That ain't what managers do. Managers supposed to make sure about venues, places you go, bookings, and events. And if y'all not getting paid to be there, then why the fuck would y'all go there? We trying to get to the bag, but you trying to, whatever you trying to do, we can do that at the crib. Listen, man, he sound like King Von was managing him. We sitting outside in the cold wondering what's going on. Well, go ask, you supposed to be orchestrating this whole thing. Listen, man.
For like 30, 35 minutes, and everybody outside is cold and it's shivering. Like, everybody outside wondering, like, what's going on? What's going on? So people starting to go back in the cars. Like, all the entourage, everybody was with, they went back in the car. So I went to the car he was in. I was like, yo, Vaughn. Went inside the passenger seat. I'm like, yo, Vaughn, bro, what's going on? Like, everybody here waiting, let's go. He was like, all right, let's go. So at that time, this is where the security come in at. At that time, we're telling security, hey, it's time to go in now. Vaughn's ready. You know what I'm saying? We've been here too long. Let's go inside the club. So they do their rounds. They go inside the club. They check the venue, go inside, check the outside, make sure there's no threat. Now, common sense, if you guys know, security, nobody cannot go inside a club.
Our proven installation process ensures your gutters are in tip-top shape and prepped to protect
We about to get to it. All right, here we go. Listen.
No matter who you is, you cannot enter a building with a weapon, especially a venue. So being alert that we're going into the club, all security put their weapons because we're thinking we're going inside the club. Now, right before we go inside the club, one of his homeboys came to the driver's side and they said, hey, we seen so-and-so. I'm not gonna say no names. We seen so-and-so in the car. And instantly,
in a car or in the spot?
No, we seen he literally our car is right here.
Yeah.
And so and so put up right there. So you had
talking about Quando Rondo. So listen to the story, man. And I know y'all listening, but it's my job to help y'all through this so you can understand what's going on. Vaughn just acting funny as hell that night. One of his mans come to the car and say, "Oh, Quando Rondo out there. We ain't even we ain't supposed to be here tonight. Vaughn is acting funny. All these strange decisions. Guess what, you guys? I see Quando Rondo." First of all, so what if Quando Rondo was there? He wasn't at your album release party. He's somewhere else minding his own goddamn business. Now, as a manager, bro, I don't think we should go in there tonight. Don't y'all got beef? You in the truck. He ain't even got to know you here. Yo, let's bounce. Let's get up out of here. If you don't like him that much and you hate him that bad, then that was your time to strategize. As a manager, they gave you a heads up. Quando Rondo is here. Oh, time to go. We ain't getting into that tonight because I already know what's going to happen. Listen, yo.
Which is one car before. You had another car, which is our car right here. You had other people parked, scattered everywhere else. And one of Vaughn's homeboys came to him and was like, "Hey, we seen so-and-so in the car. He's asleep." And he jumped up. I'm talking about like,
Wait. So the other dude was sleeping, or or just like just not aware type shit.
The other artist was sleeping, unaware. He just up to the club. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna give nobody no name.
Yeah.
Whatever. He put up to the club, and
listen, yo. He trying to make it seem like it wasn't a part of the plan to pull up on Quando. We had no clue he was going to be there. It was Vaughn's decision to go there. We outside, we waiting. He's sitting in the car. Well, what is he waiting for? He just in the car sitting outside the club, and y'all just so happen to park right next to Quando, like the next car over. So you mean to tell me y'all wasn't scheming? And it wasn't a part of the plan to go there because y'all knew he was going to be there, and one of the dudes seen he was there and let y'all know, "Oh, we got him. He's sleeping. He lacking. He here. I just seen his ass. Y'all ready? Is you ready? Because the other dudes ain't do nothing. You ready, Vaughn? You been sitting here waiting. Here's the opportunity. Show your boys what you made of. You tough, right? You a gangster. You said you was going to smack him. We here for the smack. We waiting for that slap, Vaughn. What you going to do?" Listen, then you say, once the dude come in and say that Quando out there, King Vaughn jumped up out the blue. Like now he ready to go. But he wasn't ready to go before he heard that news. Listen, man.
Going into the club, all security put their weapon. Because we're thinking we're going inside the club. Now, right before we go inside the club, one of his homeboys came to the driver's side and they said, "Hey, we seen so-and-so. I'm not gonna say no names. We seen so-and-so in the car." And instantly,
in the car or in the spot?
No, we seen he literally, our car is right here.
Yeah.
And so-and-so put up right there. So you had one car, which is one car before. You had another car, which is our car right here. You had other people parked, scattered everywhere else. And one of Vaughn's homeboys came to him and was like, "Hey, we seen so-and-so in the car. He's asleep." And he jumped up. I'm talking about like.
Wait. So the other dude was sleeping? Or or just like just not aware type shit?
The other artist was sleeping, unaware. He just put up to the club.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna give nobody no name.
Yeah.
Whatever. He put up to the club. And I believe it was just him and his driver. That's supposedly what it was. Him and his driver. And a McLaren or some type of car they had. So one of the guys spotted him. And they came to the car where me, Vaughn, BJ, and a female, and one more person was in the car. And he came to the car and said, "Hey, so-and-so's here." And Vaughn just jumped up like, "Oh, come on, let's go." And with that reaction being so fast, we're like, "Hey, hold on. slow down. I'm like, hold on, what we about to do? Hold on, like we got jewelry on, all type of stuff. Hold on, bro. From that split second of his friend coming to tell him, Vaughn was out the car, and this is somebody who's normally, like I said, calm, collective. Look around all the areas, just fill all the blanks because he been out here, so he know what to do. For some reason that night he was completely off. He jumped out the car. By the time Vaughn jumped out the car, I don't even think he knew where so-and-so was. He just jumped out the car. He bumped into so-and-so. As soon as he bumped into so-and-so, started brawling. From that 1.5 second of brawling one of his so-and-so accomplice came through the side of a white car that we didn't even know was.
There's a certain strain of bacteria called lactobacillus.
Hold on, y'all. Here we go.
With so-and-so. That's how unaware the situation was.
Yeah.
Came out the car from the side, like y'all can see on the camera, and shot Vaughn and me 4 times. I think he let 4 or 5 shots off. Vaughn got
4 or 5 shots. Where was the dude that said Quando Rondo was here? Where was he at? Not to mention all the security. Not to mention all the other dudes that was with them. So this man was able to get off 4 shots, and it was just him and Quando, and y'all had a whole entourage and y'all wasn't able to get off not one?
Hit 3 or 4 times. I got hit in the leg, started bleeding, went for cover. He was down.
Are you on that security footage too?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm the one that's moving as the altercation happening. I'm the one that's right by him, moving back. When the guy came and shot him, I was the one that was right by him. That's when the bullet hit me. So it was God grace that I didn't get shot nowhere else but my leg.
So like in helping, because I think people are looking at the social media, and what you're talking about, like people that weren't there speculating. Some people online saying, "Yo, what happened is all the guys left them. They just left them out there." Like Vaughn's last words were like, "Yo, listen, y'all let him get up on me like this," that type of stuff.
I'm gonna clarify all that. That's false. First of all, the only people that knew what was about to happen, and you got to remember, when I say knew what was about to happen, I'm not talking about 5-10 minutes resonating what's going on. I'm talking about 1.5 seconds of his homeboy coming to the car, where it's me in the passenger side, one more person in the driver's side, I believe was his DJ, him in the back with a female, and one more of the guys sitting by the.
Okay, yeah, I gotta say this, man. I'm not playing this interview to prove that he's lying, because he might be telling the truth. I wasn't there. I'm just going off of the details, and I'm going off of what he's saying. But if he is telling the truth, his job as a manager should be voided, man. He shouldn't be in this profession, because he's not a professional when it comes to this, man. Like I told y'all, record labels, especially nowadays, if you ain't got the means to pay that money back, and this is when you sign with a trap rapper or a street dude. Now, if you sign to a regular label and they got offices and they've been doing this for a long time, Capitol Records and these type of labels, you might get jerked, but you ain't gonna lose your life. But when you dealing with street dudes and you sign to a gangster's label, it's only one way they know how to deal with your ass: to get their money back. And you that disposable. They gonna do you just like how they do in the streets. So-and-so ain't got my money. I furnish you a brick and you ain't pay up. Your CEO will turn the big worm in a minute. This ain't nothing but Friday Part 1.0. Smoky old big worm the money. You know what I'm saying? Big worm Been looking for that money for a long time. Next thing you know, them dudes pulling up and busting that Smokey and Craig. That's just how it goes in the streets, man. And these labels, like I keep telling y'all over and over, man. You sign a Lil Durk or one of them other real street dudes, shit. You gonna be dealing with some street shit. And this dude is saying all this good stuff. We didn't know this and we didn't know that. The streets is very well calculated, man. If somebody could lead you to the op, they ain't gotta kill you. You pull up, if somebody driving a vehicle and he pull up in the neighborhood where y'all not supposed to be at, so-and-so, your arch nemesis just so happened to be on the block, who don't know that this shit about to go left? Y'all, that's your enemy and we in the same place, it's definitely about to go down. The dude came to the car and told him, like, old boy is here. He right outside. And all of this gangster shit took place in 2.2 seconds and we didn't have a clue what was going on. I just didn't know Vaughn was acting strange. I never seen him act like that before. It's just, he just jumped up and he didn't even give me enough time to think. You had plenty of time to think. Call the venue. You said security went up in there to scope out the place. So if you sent security in the club to scope it out before y'all went up in there, and old boy came and told you that the op was outside, what was the point in even having the security scope out the club? Old boy did a better job than the security. But that's Negro here nor there. Listen, y'all.
That I just called in previously to come smoke because it was cold outside. I'm like, yo, come in, let's smoke right quick because I don't think you're ready to go in. So, about 1.5 second jumped out, that situation happened. Security didn't know what was going on. Half of the guys that y'all blaming didn't know what's going on. By the time everybody realized what's going on, if you peep at the footage, Vaughn and his one security is the only one that's by Quando physically. Everybody else is in the back. Why do you think it's a back trailing? Nobody even got a check. They're running to the scene. By the time they're running to the scene, shots fired. And then not only, nobody was running from the shooter that shot Vaughn. Because y'all could clearly see that once he shot Vaughn, everybody moved back. People were still there. It's the police that started shooting uncontrollably.
It looked like that person got shot too.
Yes.
This was also confusing, right? So when Vaughn is shot, and he's whatever, people are saying that whoever was trying to take his chain off or something, because it looked like he was being held up a bit, and then somebody punched that person.
Vaughn was shielding himself with so-and-so. He literally was holding him up. That's how strong he was. Even while being shot, he know what's going on. He felt it because he was conscious the whole time. So he's holding the individual as a shield. It wasn't nothing as he got on top of him, no, he was literally holding him as a shield. And those shots that was fired by the individual that shot Vaughn and myself was the only shots fired from those individuals. Every other shot was coming from authorities.
Listen, man. He's saying as King Vaughn was getting shot, he was holding Quando Rondo as a shield. Man, I'm going to say this, and I know I don't say too much on this video, but I'm going to say this, and y'all got to feel me, man. The only reason why Quando Rondo is not dealing with no backlash or ain't got nobody out there really trying to do him some harm and kill him is because anybody with a brain know that he really ain't got nothing to do with this. He's just a pawn in this whole situation, man. That guy and the shooter is just as clueless and only did what you supposed to do when somebody in your crew or somebody you love, because the dude that shot Vaughn was Quando Rondo's cousin. So it's like, damn, homie beating up on my cousin. What you expect him to do? But any street dude knows can read a situation like nothing. When you got street smarts, you smart enough to know how some street shit gonna go down. You already know, first of all, you're not about to run up and put hands on nobody unless you're doing it for publicity. And what would be a better publicity stunt for your album release party, the night of your album release, to really get something in the news and get people out there buying some records? We gonna look for an easy mark. Either way this goes, it's gonna be good for the label. If you beat his ass and we get away, oh, we gonna recoup that money and sell these records. Shit, if shit go left and you get popped, we still gonna sell them damn records. It's a win-win for the label, yo. Listen at this, man.
Started shooting everywhere. It was like a blanket full of shots going on. So when you see everybody taking cover, they wasn't taking cover away from the shooter from Vaughn. They were taking cover because they didn't know where the shots was going from. If you look, people was running left, people was running right, people was running to the club door because we didn't know where shots was coming from. Right? You got the police shooting anybody with a weapon that day got killed. If you got a weapon that day on you, you got shot. That's how much shots was getting rained. So you guys are looking from the one angle of the camera and looking like, oh damn, they run away from the shot. And wasn't nobody running away from no. Listen, bro, we didn't know where all the shots was coming from. So it's automatic. If you don't know where the shots coming from, you're gonna regress to see the situation. And the same guys that you guys are talking about,
how you not gonna know where the shots coming from when you witnessed King Von get shot and you got shot yourself, but you don't know where the shots was coming from? You described how old boy came from behind the white car on the side and started letting off them shots. Clearly knew where the shots was coming from. It was coming from him. He got a gun. Was he Jesse James? He pulled that thing out in 2.2 seconds and got the bussing. Shit, he the fastest gun in the West. And y'all can't have some guns in the club, but y'all wasn't in the club when this took place. Everybody know that you can't bring no guns up in the club. Y'all got a bulletproof truck for what? Hey, man, listen.
They came right back to Von's side. And if you could tell in the footage, after the shooter that shot Vaughn got shot from the back, which people thinking it came from somewhere else, it came from the back. He got shot from the back. If you look at the footage, he tried to walk back to the car and he got shot and he tumbled back. He still had his weapon in his hand. So while they progressing the Vaughn, he's swinging the weapon like this. People was regressing back, but everybody was still alert to go get Vaughn because clearly it took 4 or 5 people to bring Vaughn into the car to bring him to the hospital.
Is there any truth to any of the rumors that the person who was still like entangled with Vaughn after he got shot was, even though they might have been scuffling before, he was trying to help Vaughn?
Each year, Americans waste $21 billion by overpaying on car insurance.
Wait a minute. All right, here we go.
He was screaming, yo, he shot, Vaughn shot. I'm not super sure how much he tried to help, but I do know he was screaming, he shot. Could have been from a panic stage, could have been from instinct, not sure. He was just screaming that he shot.
Okay, so when we talking about some of these narratives that's going on now,
yo, I feel bad for Quando Rondo. Cause he ain't know where the smoke was coming from. Like I said, man, he was just a pawn in all of this. King Von come over there and get to swinging on him. Old boy shoot up Von and Quando Rondo like, he shot. Somebody call the ambulance. He's concerned for this man. He ain't want no smoke. He didn't even look at him as a op. It was his mans that put him up to that. Them dudes he was with that he was buying them 300 chains and them old block chains for that put him up to that. His entourage wanted to see the show. Put him up to that. led that man in harm's way, and they try and make it seem like it was all. How you gonna blame him now that he can't speak for himself? It's all on him. Listen,
Asian Doll is on Twitter, and I don't, however she's getting this information, she's saying what Von's last words is. She's saying how the dudes like just left him for dead, how he didn't really have anyone real around him. Have anyone that was close to the situation or that been there spoke to her? Because it seems like she's hurt a bit, but she's also making it seem like Von was with a bunch of disloyal, jealous dudes who just allowed him to die in the street and get shot down like a dog.
All right. That is, first of all, no disrespect to Asian Doll. And we spoke this morning because I seen some of the tweets and some of the stuff, and I reached out to her. I'm like, hey, bro, I know you mourning and you hurt like everybody else, but you need to slow down because, one, you wasn't there. So how can you make assumption and accuse guys of doing this and that? And the last words that she's talking about, and it's in a text message, and I can show you, she's talking to Von through her spiritual advisor from after death.
Wait.
Yo, it don't matter. She could have been talking to Von through Gandhi or something like that. She could have bust out the Ouija board and was talking to Von. What we seen and what we witnessed, I don't know where she was talking to Von, but it was nothing but facts. Because his team was not trying to go all out. And I'm not trying to make it seem like you got to be Rambo or a super killer or nothing like that, but as much murder that happened in they city, don't tell me y'all not about that life, because we know y'all, everybody know y'all is, but just on that night, nobody was in the mood to be nobody was in the mood to be no gangsters. Nobody was in the mood. Can you imagine? Hold on, let me pause this. Can you imagine a bunch of street dudes around King Von? He gets shot and all they do is pick him up and put him in the truck, and they running on top of that. I mean, I heard countless of drill songs. I've listened to King Von's music. These dudes supposed to be some soldiers and got criminal records and track records to prove it. Continue.
So this is what she tweeted. She tweeted, Von's last word was, y'all let them niggas get up on me. Stop crying. Y'all let them get me. As if Von was talking to his homie saying,
hold on, Ak. I'm gonna show you right now. I got it right here. So, this
dude Lil Tum, he need to be like a 5-star general or something. He took on a whole army by his goddamn self with one pistol. A whole army by himself and still ain't got no repercussions. He a free man. And that's when it comes to the sacrifice show. Like I said, I don't believe Lil Durk did that, but if you do, that's on you. But whenever a rapper get killed, the killer never goes to jail. And even if they do go to jail, they free on the streets. I done did about 5 of these sacrifice videos now, and it's all the same story. Go back and look at my Mystical Sacrifice His Sister video. The killer is out walking and doing interviews. The killer is not behind bars. I did one on Master P and his brother Kevin Miller. 2 killers. Both of them dudes free as a bird. Walking the street. Ain't got no problems whatsoever. What's the other one I did? Every last one of them. The killers never do time for their crimes. So how do you kill somebody and get off? I mean, you on video killing Von and you walk in the streets? Yo, let's continue, man. And not only is they free, but ain't nothing gonna happen to them. Ain't never had to pay. Same thing with Nipsey Hussle. And we gonna get into that a little later too, but the dude that killed Nipsey Hussle, he out there, they had videos of him at KFC ordering some chicken. The next week, he out and about, living his life, pull up to the club. And out of all them gangsters in Cali, I'm talking about Crips and Bloods, all the people that love Nipsey, ain't nobody get at this dude. Look, man, I'm about to wrap this up. But we gonna hear a little bit more of this, and then we gonna hear what Asian Dog got to say. Then I'm about to go, man. Pissing me off.
You say Asian Dog, right?
Yeah.
It's clear.
Yeah.
He talking
and
about
actually had a physical altercation, had to do with things.
Hold on, y'all. I'm getting this together for y'all. Stay tuned, man. And matter of fact, everybody watching, man, while I'm getting this together, look, I do love y'all. I best believe I do, but ain't nobody hit them like buttons. I get it. You watching the video, but it only take a second to hit the like button. And for all my new members that join the channel, I want to give y'all a shout out real quick. Just the T, Grady, Grisha, Cat the Ring, thank you for the $5 and thank you for joining the channel. I see you, pal, man. How you feeling? Snooky Gabor, thank you for joining. Let me see who else joined the channel. Annie411, thank you so much for joining the channel. I really do appreciate you. Siobhan, thank you for the $5. Dante McLean, thank you for that $5. I Am Legend, thank you for joining the channel. And Carly, I really do appreciate you for joining the channel. Now we're about to get back into this. Here we go.
That may include Asian Dog just on a jealousy level with other artists. And no.
That's false. Vaughn wouldn't react over no female. He's much of a gangster for that. It's other stuff that happens in the past, and Vaughn is a real deal separate gangster. And
so let me give a little more detail. So this, and also, which obviously would clear, his name too. This has nothing to do with YoungBoy doing a song with Asian Doll and Vaughn did a song or was gonna do a song with Jania. That has nothing to do with this, right?
Vaughn is not no hoe, bro. No.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. Now I'm about to wrap this up. But what they saying is King Von was hyped up over Asian Doll, and that's the reason why he went at Quando Rondo. Asian Doll ain't do no song with Quando Rondo, so why would he put hands on that man over Asian Doll? And plus, he done moved on and had somebody else. They trying to stir this thing up and mix it in the pot just to get people to believe that King Von was in the wrong. As if this ain't have nothing to do with the music industry. And like I told y'all, I'm not here to confirm that he was sacrificed. I'm not saying that he wasn't sacrificed. I'm just giving y'all some information so you can make up your own mind. Like I told y'all in the beginning of the video, I said, if you're not suspicious about Lil Durk, you need to be giving his manager the side eye, because this dude has been in so many situations with his artists to where they either died or got locked up facing life in prison to where he cannot be trusted, man. And I want to give a shout out to Asian Doll too, because a lot of people was calling her crazy for what she said about the King Von's passing. But when you in a romantic relationship with somebody, sometimes you just be knowing. Your spirit be telling you certain things. So I'm going to take a little bit of time out to dig into what Asian Doll had to say. And I know a lot of y'all don't care for her, but we got to get into this because she said some real stuff and people not giving her the credit for it. She said his last words was, y'all let them get me. Stop crying. Y'all let them get me. Nothing but facts. Asian Doll went on to reveal that she and Vaughn met exactly 2 years ago to the day. Me and Vaughn met the exact day she wrote on it. She didn't even know him that long. They look like they could be related anyway. You know what I'm saying? That might be his little sister on the low. But that's Negro here nor there. Always spoke highly of you in the relationship, blah, blah, blah. She said, I will forever go on and on about Vaughn forever. My boy was the rawest. Ain't none better than him. She was doing a little bit of clout chasing, but that's besides the fact, because people gonna do that regardless. Even if somebody not famous and somebody die, it's gonna be some clout chasing going on. But y'all heard the manager and what he had to say about the situation. Listen at this, yo, Cause this gonna close it all.
Who wanna go? Who wanna see they nigga get killed on camera and people run? Like who wanna see?
Listen,
What y'all saying that he said like that ain't even shit. I'm thinking he really running his mouth because everything he said that ain't shit. Nobody was there. None of us was there. Nobody was there. We saw it. Everybody saw it. Why the fuck do you feel like you gotta come at the girlfriend? Everybody says something about y'all. The whole fucking world says something about y'all, not just me. Not just fucking me. Talking about some motherfucking clout. Man, stop playing with me. This whole situation, I've been staying strong. Everybody around, it's been okay. But just seeing how devastating it is to them, like, you know, it just inspired me to stay strong. I was finna do niggas in, like, I was finna really do niggas in and like, I was finna do niggas the fuck in. Oh my mama, don't ever fucking play with me, especially not me. Don't ever play with me. Don't ever play with me or disrespect me. Cause y'all know what's up with me. Y'all already know what's up with me. Y'all know how I was coming behind him. Y'all know that shit. Anyways, I'm surprised too. Like, who the fuck wanna go through some shit like this? Who wanna see they nigga get killed on camera and people run? Like, who wanna see that shit? Don't nobody wanna see that shit. Don't nobody wanna get on this bitch crying. But stop playing with me. Like, stop. Stop playing with me. My loyalty when it came to him, y'all knew I wasn't. Y'all was down with that shit. Y'all. It made y'all so happy to see me and that nigga. Stop fucking playing. He didn't leave with no animosity towards me. Y'all seen what that boy said. He said, long as Asia happy, I'm happy. And that's the type of nigga that I had for him, his family. I'm gonna be there for whoever. And I would have never left his side. I would have never left his.
See, what y'all fail to realize is when them ghetto birds get to twerping and speaking their minds about a situations, one of they nilkas, y'all got to know that it's some serious business. Now, she was intimate with this man, and she figured if he a killer, then the dudes he running with is killers. Now, this situation is so bad, people starting to question if King Von was even about that life like that. People not sure about Von no more by how this whole situation went down. But as far as Lil Durk go, death follows this man wherever he goes. And that's a fact. People around him dropping like flies. And I can't say he's the one responsible for this, but you have a record label. You running a company and your artist is not successful. You the only one that's successful. And people get on Puff Daddy for what's going on with his label and everything. And I'm going to say this, and it's going to hurt a lot of feelings, but I'm just going to go ahead and say it. If you work for somebody and he got a soul food restaurant or whatever he doing, and you working for him, you better go get a corporate job. Don't work for somebody that you know, or don't work for somebody that's not well established like that, because they can do you dirty off the books. If their organization is not legitimate, and they run it however they want to run it, they can put you in a blender. And this for everybody. You ain't got to be a rapper. You're trying to be a custodian. You working for somebody's janitorial services. He could lead you down the doo-doo highway. You're going to be picking up diapers with your teeth. Your best bet is to get with a legit cleaning service that do paperwork and all that. Forget them shaking hands and doing them contracts in the hood and all that. Because once they figure out that you ain't got the means to make that money, they going to hit you with the chains. They going to put money in your pocket. They going to have you living lavish. But it's only one way you can pay back all that fucking money. And your rapping skills is not going to be it. You better start stripping before they think about getting rid of your ass. And R.I.P. to Mo 3. Plenty of chains on. Plenty of jewels. Boy, music was horrible. He wasn't about to sell 2 copies. And R.I.P. to him, but they was going to have to put his music in the gas station somewhere and see who was going to get some of them. Shit, let me get 10 on Pump 12 and one of them goddamn OG Mo 3 albums. I'm just being real with y'all, man. We got a whole lot of stuff lined up. Lil Durk, if you listening, I ain't got nothing but love for you, brother. For King Von's family, all my people in Chicago. And you know what? They sold Old Block. They like, look, man, we need to get this. Somebody need to buy it. And Lil Durk was trying to buy Old Block. So why keep the foolishness going? I'm so glad that they sold Old Block. And now they can build it up and get rid of all that foolishness. Because all them dudes that he was buying them chains for, I'm talking about King Von. All the guys that he was supporting and showing them love, man, he ain't getting none of that love back in return, man. It's a dirty game. It's a dirty business, but it is a business. It's a cutthroat business, man. And sometimes, depending on your environment, you can't blame these dudes for having shady business practices. You can't look at them and be like, oh, they shouldn't do that. That's what they do. That's what they talk about doing. This shouldn't be no surprise to nobody. But like I said, man, I'm not saying nobody sacrificed anybody. But you got to make up your own mind. Rest in peace, King Von, bruh. Shit, sometimes a deal could be a deal with the devil. That's just real, man. Got to reconsider what you finna do before you do it, man. Really meditate on it. Think about it. Because you get caught in a situation. I ain't trying to be preaching to y'all, but this video is for everyday people. You're going to have to be legit, all the way legit. That way, ain't nothing going to bite you in your ass. If you out there cheating on somebody, let them know what you're doing, because they will find out, and ain't no way it ain't going to get ugly. You might as well be honest. If you're going to make a living, make an honest living. But that gangster life and that street life is only one way in. And why feel bad for killing somebody that's a known killer? King Von, they talking about he got 3 bodies, 4 bodies, 5. But all he do is rap about how many bodies he got. Who gonna give a damn if he get killed? But that's Negro here nor there. Y'all gonna have to let me know how y'all feel about it in the comment section. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Also hit that notification button. Also that Cash App is $ Sean Blaze Dots. Got so much love for y'all. My bad, I'm bootleg. I had to get my outro together. So much love for y'all. Hit that like button. Ooh, I'm all the way over the place. I've been drinking. I'm drunk. I am. And I do apologize, but hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Also hit that Cash App. Got so much love for y'all, man. And for y'all ladies out there, I really do appreciate y'all. All my brothers, I appreciate y'all too. But y'all know why I do these videos. Y'all know why I do these videos.
Risk my life to give you documentations, girl. I risk my life to give you documentations, girl. I risk my life to give you documentations, girl. I risk my life to give you documentations, girl.
Sean got the jocks. I'm keeping it funky like some socks. Ponytail with the box. Can my cell phone look like a box? Try not to get shell shocked when I start busting out the docs. I got secret videotapes of your mom cussing out your pops. All over a box of corn pops. This rhythm got you popping.